So it's that time of year again. We're going to get the announcement soon about the next chapter of ESO. And I just want to talk about what I think is clearly coming to the game. So Zoss put out this image here and has sent a bunch of this cracked image to a bunch of different creators, and they put them together and we come up with this. And I think I've cracked the code here. So first off, you see a portal and then you see trees. What do trees make you think of? Earth. What does Earth make you think of? That's right, Daggerfall, dungeons. Dungeons in Daggerfall were always in the earth. We also have Hermaeus Morris symbol. What does that make you think of? Endless Archive. And then they note here crafting, which other creators have noted the language of. So crafting, Deus Mora, Endless Archive, Daggerfall, dungeons. What does that mean? Put it all together, we're going to be able to craft our own dungeons. That's right. That's what's coming to ESO in 2024. It's got to be. It's the only logical conclusion. Now, just in case I'm wrong, I just want to remind everybody that all of this is simply marketing. The point is to be so obscure and so ambiguous that no one knows, but everybody's curious and everybody speculates so that you can believe that the thing that is coming to the game this year is going to be the thing that you really want. And hey, if it's entertaining and it's fun for you guys, then it's great marketing. And I've got no problem with it, but I just want to make sure that you know what's going on and why it's happening. And on a real note, I think what's actually happening is Falinesti. I think it's coming. I think we're actually going to get finally a Wood Elf expansion. Wood Elves have long been lacking in expansions, and I think they're finally getting around to it. I will leave a link below to some of the lore about Falinesti, but I think that's what we're going to get this year. Falinesti is a moving city that's a giant tree, and it moves to 4 different locations, and it's been absent in Grotwood for a while. I think that also explains the references to Grotwood and so on and so forth. Everything else, I have no idea. Will we get spellcrafting? I'm honestly 50-50 on this. Everybody's noted crafting. Could it be spellcrafting? Yes. Could it also just be crafting in general or some other way to do crafting or some new, system or mechanic? I think that's just as likely, if not more likely. I honestly question, based on all the interviews that have been done by Rich and other people, they've gone out and when they did the Endless Archive push and talking to everybody, Rich explained that their process of deciding what was going to be in the Endless Archive and how it was going to work was largely based on what was the easiest to make. That's why there's no save points, because it would have been hard to make it where you could save or where you could start later on, and so they didn't do that. So they seem to be choosing things that are easy to do, not things that are necessarily fun and good for the game always. So I think the chances that they do spellcrafting is, it's been 10 years, so they've had a long time to work on it. But I seriously question that they can do it. I think it's 50-50 if it's spellcrafting or if it's just some other system, some other crafting system in general. And I think, honestly, adding some sort of crafting thing is, adding on to the game is something that they typically do more. If they add spellcrafting, that means they're changing spells and what have you. I think it's very possible. I don't think it would be that hard to do. Most of the abilities in the game, generally speaking, do similar amounts of damage. And if they don't do a similar amount of damage, they will give you some buff or something else. And so I think it really lends itself to a modular system. So again, I think it's very possible, but I'm also pretty skeptical. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Remember, it's not important what it is. It's important that you're excited and you're stoked for what you think it might be. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks everybody for watching.